of Mississauga building 120,000 homes over the next 10 years. That's about 12,000 homes every year, and that's far from the city's current annual average of 2,100. And you can't, the definition of insanity is continue doing the exact same thing over and over again and expect a different result. And that's not going to work. I see that Mayor Crombie's out there handing out flyers and doing this. All I say is get on board, stop being disingenuous, with the people of Mississauga. It's just absolutely wrong. Mississauga has increased their fees on new home buyers by nearly 30% in the last 2 years alone. In fact, Mississauga adds, every single home that's built adds $126,000 to the price of that home. And that's tough on newcomers that are coming here and families that have kids that are growing up, they want to buy a home, or if your grandchildren want to buy a home. It's very simple. It's like economics 101, supply and demand. And when you have 300,000 people coming to our province, and we just sit back and a couple municipalities, Mississauga being one, saying, oh, we can't do that. We can't do this. Mississauga brings in more than $34 million each year in municipal taxes on home buyers. Each year, they're spending about $25 million, or less than 75% of those funds. And for parkland fees, Mississauga brings in more than $17 million annually, and they only spend $9 million, or 53% each year. And they're holding $271 million of those funds collected in reserves. So I'd also like to point out that the city waives, this is the ironic thing, folks. We have Mayor Crombie complaining about our fees, but the city waives similar fees to encourage building office space downtown, and I'm all for that. But you can't say one thing one day and say you're against it, and then you go the next day and do exactly what we're asking you to do. I'm asking for a partnership with Mayor Crombie, Mayor Tory, all the other mayors. If we sit back and think some magical thing's going to happen, or you think when people come here we're going to start living in mud huts, it's not going to happen under our government. We want to work collaboratively, cooperatively with you, but we need to get on board and start moving forward and stop the whining and complaining that I hear day in and day out. Anyways, folks, all the very best. We're going to continue building transit. We're going to continue building homes. Thank you. God bless.
Yesterday, the province passed Bill 23, the More Homes Built Faster Act, which puts all of this at stake. The City of Mississauga stands to lose up to $885 million over 10 years in development charges and money for new parks. That's equal to losing 20% of our capital budget. The numbers are devastating, and they're baffling and deeply concerning. Where is this money going? Well, allegedly to developers to encourage them to build more affordable housing. However, there is no guarantee in this legislation that the savings that are being given to the developers will be passed on to the home buyers. Let me be clear. The market dictates the price of homes. Under Bill 23, property taxpayers will be funding developer profits. While we can agree and certainly appreciate the province's desire to incentivize affordability, it can't be done on the backs of cities and our taxpayers. This legislation, which is in force as we speak, will be a big hit to your wallet. It will see the average property tax bill go up by 5 to 10%, or approximately $300 to $600 on average a year on the average home over the next decade. And this is before any other budget pressures are applied. never mind exploring any increases to services or any new programming. It also doesn't include the impacts to the region of Peel, which we understand are equally grave. After all, it's the same tax bill. None of this is fair to our property taxpayers or our residents. It's tough enough out there as it is. The province continues to argue that municipal fees are adding over $100,000 to the price of an average home of the GTA, and that we are sitting on large amounts of reserves, which is just not true.